Mithrandiel here at TwitchCon 2016. I am at the Shardbound booth with Caleb and Margot. Caleb, tell us a little bit about Shardbound. What is this game? How long have you been working on it? Just tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. So Shardbound's a collectible tactics game. It is a one-against-one PvP multiplayer game that we've been testing here at TwitchCon. We've been working on it for about a year and a half. We founded Spiritwalk Games back then. There are about, how many of us now? 15? Yeah, 15 of us working together out of a small studio. We had a dream. We wanted to build an awesome tactics game and also connect it with Twitch in an innovative way. So what we're doing here is we're having streamers in, stream the game, and then the players here at TwitchCon are working collaboratively with them, sort of simulating viewers in order to complete quests together. And they do so by playing in super awesome 1v1 PvP collectible tactics game that we made.
Yeah, I just gave it a try, and I gotta say, as a fan of Magic the Gathering and strategy games, it plays very, very well. The graphics are really amazing, so you made a really great product here. So what I'd be curious, what was basically the inspiration to create this game? So obviously you wanted to make a great strategy tactics game.
Yeah.
What was that void? Like, what were you trying to, did you feel like it was really missing from what was missing from some of the games that are already out there?
Sure. So when you think about tactics gameplay, I think what we wanted to do is we wanted to make tactics gameplay accessible without compromising the complexity and depth. So you think about a lot of tactics games, they actually start from a period of maximum complexity. You think of a game that I love, like Final Fantasy Tactics. You've got all your dudes, you start, like Ramza says something, and then Delita comes in, and then something happens, but you've got all your guys there. It's maximum complexity at the start of the game. We thought, what if we upended that, started the game simple, and add complexity over time? Now, a genre that does that really well is CCG. You have the idea of a mana curve, you have the idea of your hand growing over time, units on the board growing over time. It starts pretty simple in terms of the number of choices that you have, and then expands over time. So we thought it would be a really perfect marriage to open the game up for people so people could pick it up and it would be easy for people to grasp, but then you also have that massive depth of complexity over the combinations between cards, making different armies and pitting them against each other. Plus, you then add in the complexity that's added by having different maps. We're showing one map here at TwitchCon, but we will have multiple maps. Maps and terrain manipulation, the kind of stuff from tactics games that we absolutely love, and we're really pleased to bring it over into our take on the genre.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of tactics games myself. I broke the timer on Disgaea, so I maxed it out. It's okay, you need to stop playing this game. But yeah, so again, you can really tell the commitment to preserving that tactics gameplay. There's definitely a lot of depth to it, but it doesn't feel out of reach. I think that it's done really well in that sense. So when it comes to the marketing of the game and getting people to kind of engage with, particularly Twitch streamers, can we go into a little more detail on what this game offers for streamers and audiences? One of the big hits this at TwitchCon is Breakaway, and I think that a big part of it again is that interaction. So what's Shardbound offering in terms of that interaction for streamers and audiences?
Well, yeah, I think making a game that integrates well with Twitch was one of the founding principles of the studio. We started and we were like, well, we want to make a tactics game, but really where the seed of the studio started was we want to do something with Twitch in a really deep way. And we wanted to do it in a way that doesn't compromise the gameplay itself. You see a lot of games where the Twitch interaction is well, let's randomize it. Let's throw Dave Lang's face in the background or something like that, And we wanted the sort of integrity of that game to remain intact when people are playing Shardbound, so that it could be played competitively. So what we did is we built this thing called the Shardfall system. If you're a streamer, you can make quest content for your viewers to play with you. So I go on, I'm streaming, I create what's called a Shardfall. It's an island that floats out of the sky, and everybody viewing my channel or everybody following my channel will see that shard in their game. So I'm creating content for them. And the quests on these shards can be something like play a match with a streamer, or something like a sort of Nobi Boil style collective quest where it's like, everybody do 100,000 damage and everybody can pile on and can help. And anybody who helps complete those quests gets a share of the loot when the quest chain is complete. So shards are basically like these giant loot boxes in the sky that everybody can work together. We thought it was a really cool idea for streamers to be able to just, through playing the game, create content for their viewers to engage in the game with them through. We looked a lot at what was happening already in this Twitch space and came up with some new ideas ourselves, but we were like, okay, what's happening with CCG streamers? Oh, well, they're sharing decks. Oh, wouldn't it be cool if we could make a quest to play, for viewers to play a game with a specific army in our game, provided by the streamer? And so we were basically just looking at how people were interacting with games on Twitch already and just built it directly into our game. And so we think that it will make it really easy for streamers to provide a lot of really engaging and fun content for their audiences to play with them just by playing the game as normal.
Awesome. So what's next for Shardbound? Are you going to be at any shows for the rest of this year? Release date, that sort of thing? Like, what's our timeline looking like?
So the future for Shardbound is that we go back to the Bay Area. We maybe take a day off, and then we decide what's next. You know, we're a small team, and we know, especially based on the reaction that we've gotten here, people are really loving this game, and so we've just got to go full pedal down and get this game into people's hands as fast as we can. We don't have a timeline on release date yet. We'll release it when it's ready, and we're going to be developing this game with the community. So we're going to be bringing people into what we're calling community development slowly as the software dictates, really, as we need people to help us test, we need streamers to help us give ideas. That's why we're here at TwitchCon, to sort of make those relationships and to continue forward and build it. In terms of other shows, TBD on that, and we're just going to go back to the studio on Tuesday, put our heads together, and figure out what's next.
Awesome. Well, Caleb, thanks again for chatting with us today. The game looks amazing, so hurry up and get it out, would you?
All right.
All right.
We'll try.
Have a good rest of your con.
Thanks so much, dude.